Welcome to the Mike Maple. This is how to paint a Michael Maples crab. First, we're going to take the supplied, who I supplied to those here, paintbrushes. I get the classroom teacher pack, 30 per. That gives each student five various paintbrushes to use. One of the first things we're going to do is we're going to outline the crab in black. You'll understand better why in a bit, but we squeeze out a little bit of black paint. It won't take much. And take the smallest brush that we have available. We have handy with us a towel. I like to use real cotton towels. You can use paper towels if you prefer. And we have a little tub of water. Wet the brush a little bit, and then pick up on the black. Okay. Then what we do is, and again, it's obvious reasons when you see how we go about this, but we go over the outlined crab that I've already drawn on each canvas with the black. Make sure you have it thinned a little bit with some water. And of course, we won't be showing this in slow-mo. We're going to speed this up so you can see what's going on. As you can see, we have a kind of a crab painting here in black and white. Okay, so now we've done the outline, and we wanted to now do the background. Background is very simple. You take very little of the blue paint. I want to at this point mention, by the way, how kind Michael's Art Supplies has been to my little homeschool group. They are assisting us in supplying some of the materials we require, and I like their Artist Loft paints. They are very smooth and dry well, and have actually done me very well over the years. So we're going to get the paint brush, a little damp, get some white paint, a tad of blue, mix it a little bit here, then take our canvas and go like so. A little bit more blue with the white, and like so. A little bit more white, a little more water, and we're doing a whitewash, if you will, over the crab. Now you see why we had to paint the black. I want more white on the top end. I'm doing it diagonally. You can do it horizontally if you wish. I like this effect here. Okay, well now we can change palettes at any time that we wish. We're using a plate as a palette. And we can paint over wet paint for a certain effect. And that effect would be more of a blending. It doesn't matter if it dries or not. But if it is wet, you have to be cautious because your blending can also blend into the wrong colors. So just keep in mind what you're doing with it. Just ask if you're not certain. Okay, so now here we go. We're going to use a little bit more blue. So we'll put some more, put more blue on the palette. and then some yellow in a little bit different area, because we have to make green. One thing about this lesson is learning how to combine paints and to make various colors. So we take, I'm going to use a number 8 paintbrush, and what I'm going to do is start with the shell. Okay, so let me show you this first. So if I take this, a little bit of this blue and a little bit of this yellow, and you can see where the green comes. Oops, I'm sorry. You can see where the green comes from when I mix the blue and the yellow together. So we have green. Now, depends on where you're at and how dark you want your yellow to be, or your green to be. So what we're going to do is here I have a kind of a darkish yellow green on top here, and if I want to darken that up a little bit, I can add black, or I can add more blue. And bring this down here, and we're just going to use fast strokes. We're not trying to go for exacting. This is a abstract crab we're doing here. It's going to look fairly true to life, but abstract to some extent, because the colors aren't going to be totally true to life. And we don't want them to be. And so you can see how, I'm going to go ahead and zoom in on this camera here so that you can see how the colors are coming out. Now once I get my colors in here the way I want them to be, and this is a bubble here, so it's kind of faded in here, okay? Remember that. Okay, so now I'm going to come and get some more. Whoa, it went out of focus. Too close. And then we're going to come back to the blue and the white. Okay, we know we want to paint the outer part of this fin to the crab in kind of a white and or a light blue. A little bit more, well, let's go ahead and do this side here. Same thing. Okay, then this piece here, and then we have this here. Let's make this part here, oop, a little bit too much, let's see, let's make this part here a little darker, giving it a little bit of depth and separation. A tad more water on there. Whenever you get water, always kind of dab it on your palette a little bit so that you get rid of the excess water, otherwise you'll have water all over your painting. I mean, it'll take longer for it to dry while you're trying to work with it. Again, you can see what I'm doing here. It's just very quickly going over and adding another layer of color. We can go back at this point with the blues, and we can start painting in, again, our separations now if we want to show you know, a more defined area, like I was just doing right here. Or we can wait. And most of the time, what I do is I wait and add the other colors as I go, and then come back. So we're going to open up the red paint and put it in its own little area near the yellow. I'm trying to conserve paints because this is the paint we will be using Notice I have not changed my water yet. There's no real need to at this point. This is going to come out a little bit on the tan side, I hope. A little bit too much black there, so let's see what happens here. So we're going to come in here now. Now this is the only, if you will, dull part of the crab, and we will be getting that brighter as we go. But I just want to get my tans in here, or my other colors in here. This area is going to be one of being orange and red and brown in these areas here. So we're going to cover some of it first with this, if you will, tan color we made, and then we'll come back. All we're trying to do here is just enjoy ourselves. There's no grade on this. There's no reason to grade it. We're just having fun. Something we can hang, be very proud of. Now the lines are only there for you to have a guide to where you're painting. You don't need to stay within lines. You go out of a line a little bit, there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. You put black on it, unless you plan on using a lot of black, you take the black off with your bowl of water. Excuse me, it's not the easiest thing in the world to do the painting and the video both at the same time. Now, I'm also trying to show you that when I finish, this painting, the colors won't be exactly what my other painting looks like. It doesn't have to be. Fact is, it's better to just do it a little differently each time. Then you don't have the exact same thing. It's talking about boring, huh? So but you can see I'm blending a little bit in this area right here. And then blending here so as not to have a straight line of red. See, crab's coming along, I tell you. I mean, I think I'm going to be happy with my crab. How about you? You think you'll be happy with the crab you do? I believe you will. First off, because it's something you did yourself. And then secondly, because you took your time and you had fun with it, and of course you're happy with that. So, I'm now blending my colors a little bit. Okay? And we are now going to put a coating on it. A coating that protects it and gives it a shine. Okay? You can also mix your paints with this and to thicken them, depending if you buy the gel or the liquid. And what we do is we coat it. The paint's dry now on the canvas, so we put a coating here, and it dries clear and should make the colors more brilliant once it clears up. I like to put a little bit of a texture with it at the same time. You can actually put 2 coats, and you can actually lay some more on before it even dries. But if you put too many coats, then you start having where it starts becoming a little bit opaque, and we don't want that to happen. So Well, thank you for paying attention to this. I'm looking forward to meeting the kids and they come over middle of this month. And I appreciate the attention to the artwork.